What's up YouTube? Welcome back to Homebrew Subaru. In this episode I'm going to give you a little bit of a garage update and then I'm going to discuss my WRX build. So what's up everyone? I've taken quite a bit of time over the past couple weekends to get the garage rather cleaned up and organized. It was filthy and a lot of junk piled up, stuff that I just didn't need anymore. Cardboard and scrap metal, very dusty and dirty. And as you can see, I've got the WRX inside now, so the RS is all good to go for the winter. It's now parked outside, and having this thing inside, well, when I started it and ran it, I had no idea the racket that it was going to make. And after listening to it, I've kind of decided that it's probably best I pull this engine out first and take it apart and make sure that there's no problem with the cylinder heads. The fact of the matter is I want to reuse the heads on this EJ257 block, and I don't want to take this thing apart if the heads on that engine are no good, because that's still a really good assembly the way that it is. I've created a lot of extra workroom here. Everything's cleaned up and I've got the bench really nice and cleared. Compartments underneath the bench, I've got things kind of moved around and reorganized. Stuff that I didn't need is now out of there. Got all my fluids down there, some stock kind of parts and gaskets and all that junk that I've usually hold on to is up in there. My toolkits I've now put on this side, and just some other power tools and kind of my oil drain stuff, and just used oil down there. The bench cleared right off, but before I get started I do want to put a new top on the bench, so I'm probably going to get some sheet metal, peel this stuff off, and then just screw down a new top. You see that 18-inch wheel I have sitting there? That's something that kind of got scrapped at work. And all I really want to use it for is a spare wheel for the 240 if I end up doing some traveling, because I don't have a spare for the 240, and I was just thinking I'll get a cheap tire and throw it on there, and at least I'll have a full-size spare. Now my PC setup, I've had some crazy things happen over the last year, I guess. I did have another full-size desktop sitting here. Slowly it just stopped working. It wouldn't post anymore, and I was playing around with it, and that was after replacing the power supply in it and whatever. So I ended up just getting rid of the thing, and I'd been using my laptop most of the time. I also was running my the cameras for my house on the television that was sitting here. I had a 32-inch television, and it started losing the HDMI signal all the time. And I was thinking, well, maybe it's the HDR unit for the cameras. So I kind of held off, just didn't use it, and watched my cameras over the internet connection, because it is hooked up to my network. But then I just decided, well, I'll get one of these refurb Dell units off of Amazon. It was really cheap. I upgraded it with some RAM for 40 bucks, so it's got 16 gigs of RAM, and it's a pretty decent processor. And then when I hooked it up to the television, I realized, well, the television still wasn't holding an HDMI signal, so I was like, man. So this monitor is actually for my dual monitor display inside. I've got two setups in my house, so I decided, well, I'll steal one of the monitors from the dual setup and use it out here. I can switch between my cameras and the PC. I've also upgraded the main drive with just a small SSD drive, and use the 1 terabyte drive for all my data, so that I can get all my repair information and just music and whatever else I want on here. It's really nice having this thing out here. Makes it easy looking up specs and procedures for getting stuff apart and back together, as opposed to running into the house and dragging a mess into the house. I've got everything right here, and I'll just kind of use it as a desktop. I've actually ordered a great big mouse pad that I'll put on top here, and I'm going to try and keep this clear. I have a habit of piling stuff all on top of this, So I've cleaned up the top of the toolbox really well, and my tool cart still has quite a bit of tools in it, but clean that up as I go. But all in all, everything is kind of good to go. I got a lot of workspace here, and I can just move the crane in, and lots of room to drop it into place and get the motor out of the car. I can work with it on the bench as I get the new top put down on the bench. So the idea for this WRX is one of two things. It's either take the cylinder heads from this 2 liter, which I believe is an EJ205. Now the guy that I bought it from was told or has reason to believe there's a 207 in this car, but I don't think it is. I think it's probably a factory 205, and it could even be the original engine. But if those heads are good, then I want to take those and put them on the EJ257 block. Doing that is going to probably bump compression a little bit. There is a special head gasket that I can get from Tomei that'll work. Or, if I find out that the heads are no good, then I will probably have to look for a used engine to swap into the car. But I would like to try and build a little bit more power. I do have the STI turbo that was on Tyler's car, and I did acquire some top feed pink injectors that will actually go into this thing. With a little bit of programming, then you know, you can make some pretty decent power just with that little setup. The expenses I'm going to really have here are gaskets. The car needs a clutch. I can feel that it needs a clutch. Whether I decide to go front mount intercooler or not. But all in all, aside from that, I should be able to get it together relatively easy. It's got pretty much a catback exhaust on it, and whether I decide to put some type of eBay header on it or whatever, something cheap. But I see issues. I mean, there's a manual boost controller here. There's a vacuum leak right here. The bypass valve is gone, and we got a blow-off valve. So things have not been correct for quite some time, and I just hope that I can get things back together on this thing and make it run properly. Now obviously the car needs a lot more work than just the engine. The front of the car is somewhat damaged, the fender's damaged, the hood's taken damage, this light's damaged, there's no front bumper, and really, I mean, the bug eye is kind of one of those things. It's like you like it or you hate it kind of thing. And I don't hate it, but I'm pretty sure I'd prefer using the blob eye front clip from the RS when I'm finished with that car and putting it on this car. I know it's kind of throwing away a car essentially, but for the price that I got both cars and putting one decent car together, it's still a financial, a proper financial decision, you could say. So aside from getting the body all back together and figure out what I'm going to do with that, the interior center console out of the 05 is much nicer than the bug eye. There's a couple interior things I might be able to do. The interior on this car is not really bad shape. We'll take a further look at it another time. But the suspension, it's got some cheap eBay coilover suspension in it. It's not something I'm going to want to use. Yeah, I can roll the car around on it right now, but in the future I'm probably going to end up going with a strut and lowering spring setup, because that's usually what I go for. So there's some money to spend, and it's going to take me some time to get the savings together to do all the work. But as I'm doing the work, I can come up with the savings to spend on the car. So, but really, first things first is going to be getting the engine out, figuring out what's going on with it, and then I can go forward. And I know I've got this really bad habit of just talking. So if you've gotten to this point in the video, we're actually going to start the car and run it so you can get a listen to what it sounds like. Okay, so all I've done here is I've got a used battery that isn't really any good sitting on the floor. Booster cables attached to the actual battery cables because that battery it's too big, I can't sit it into place. Charger on the battery. I'm going to click it over to boost and hopefully I can get this thing to run like that. Let's try it and see what happens. So yeah, as you could hear, that thing is snapping really fucking bad. Like, if I keep on running it, it's probably going to come apart, revving it up like that. I was probably only revving it to about 3,000 just to try and get the noise to change up a little bit. But I really don't want to cause any more damage than what's happened. Just to make sure that the, piston doesn't actually crack and come apart and go through the block or something. But yeah, that's the last time I'm going to run it. I'll start thinking about tearing it apart, and I don't know if I'll get right on that because there's a couple other things I need to get done, including getting my bench top done. But it won't take me a lot of time to get out. Everything looks relatively clean. I mean, yeah, there's some rust buildup here and there, but the exhaust is, kind of been done. And I mean, looking at the entire car as a whole, there's some rusty spots, but it's even cleaner than my RS is, and that's why I'm planning on using this thing. So a lot is coming. There's an entire project coming up, and there'll be tons of episodes. And if you liked this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me. Leave your questions and comments further down below, and I'll see you in the next one.